My parents would bring me to New York occasionally, and I would sit, you know, I was this high, and I'd put my head on the seat in front of me and just
I
laugh
started
it
acting
all
in school.
up.
I started acting when I was in 4th grade,
And I think the reason that I act is because I love
the only thing I
to
could do.
inspire people and astonish people.
Began acting, I had no thoughts of trying to be a star. I wanted to be a working actor and actor.
It was a bit like running away with the circus.
Just to get out of South Carolina and be able to move
I think as a little girl, I dreamed of being a movie star.
Write my own stuff.
My dream
Produce
is to be remembered and revered for the work I've done.
My dream is to make a living.
Where I would never have to worry about money, and I could do only Shakespeare.
To die with my boots on stage.
I want to be an old man actor, and I want to have been a young man actor.
I think a lot of people actually have this dream to be in a Broadway musical and won't admit it.
To be on Broadway.
On Broadway.
I want Broadway.
My dream role is Blanche Dubois, Streetcar Named Desire, Tennessee Williams.
I love to pretend and I love to feel.
I mean, applause is great.
Touch people and to lift their spirits.
I love being big, I love talking loud.
And I would like to have a production company or a
Find
theater.
something about myself that I can bring to my work.
I want to be on a sitcom.
My dream, I think, is to be a working actor when I'm 80.
I was a nobody most of my life. I've only been a somebody lately.
Things are so good right now, but it could all very easily come to an end.
If I can make a living off of acting, I'd be very happy.
85% of the work is the auditioning. Auditions and auditions, tons of them.
Being an understudy is so frustrating because you may never go on.
I'm going on.
The players have arrived!
City Arts is made possible by Dorothy and Louis Coleman and the Lester T. Mertz Charitable Trust. Funding is also provided by Sylvia and Ralph Ablon, the Marilyn M. Simpson Trust, and the Michael and Helen Schaefer Foundation. Additional funding is provided by public funds from the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs through the Cultural Challenge Program and the members of 13.
So much of being an actor is so wanting to be a special person, so wanting to be noticed and wanting to be, to have a certain kind of attention.
To be a part of people's memory, you know? To have that power to touch people and to lift their spirits.
You are special and extraordinary, and I still think that's why actors act to feel extraordinary.
Hearing the audience, the intake of breath, that's probably one of the things that got me in the first place.
And plus, there's a lot of people looking at you and paying attention to you.
But the fact remains that somebody has to tap you on the shoulder and say, okay, pal, this is your job. You know, you get to do this now.
Most actors hate to audition, and that's a really interesting thing to me because I really enjoy it. I think it's fun, and I will tell you, 11 times out of 10, I don't get the part. I mean, that's just the way it is.
I feel that I can do almost anything, within limits. And how do you convince them? You know, how do you convince them?
Can you ride a horse? I says, can I ride a horse? Forget about it. My grandfather had a ranch up in Pennsylvania. Now, my grandfather doesn't have a ranch in Pennsylvania. I don't even have a grandfather.
The worst feeling is that you don't have any control and you don't know exactly what they're looking for.
I auditioned for Dreamgirls. I had no idea that this was totally inappropriate, and they sent me home.
Sometimes it just doesn't happen. You go into the room, you did your preparation, and it doesn't come out, or it lays flat. I've had people yawn in my face.
You've got to stick with it because it's a tough, tough record.
relationship with the street as an actor here, where you're just sort of pounding pavement all the time and looking for work all the time. 85% of the work is the auditioning. Auditions and auditions, tons of them. But it doesn't pay yet, you know? Now I'm on my way to an audition for The Importance of Being Earnest. And I'm auditioning for the role of Cecily. And found out about it yesterday. And it means I have to have an English accent.
Laura?
Yes. Yes. Thank you. Hi. I'm Laura. Sarah, nice to meet you.
Are there many interesting walks in the vicinity, Miss Cardew?
Oh, yes, great many. From one of the, top of one of the hills close, one can, see about 5 counties.
Quite a well-kept garden this is, Miss Cardew.
Oh, I'm glad you like it, Miss Fairfax.
I had no idea there were any flowers in the country.
Oh, flowers are as common, Miss Fairfax, as people are in London.
Good. Can we try it again?
Yes, let's try it again.
From the beginning,
Yes.
I don't think you have to worry about being quite so arch with her.
Okay.
But you know, very well bred,
Okay.
excellent posture.
Right.
Let's try it again.
The country always bores me to death.
Oh. That is what the newspapers call agricultural depression. It seems to me, Miss Fairfax, that I'm trespassing on your valuable time. No doubt you have many other calls of a similar character to make in the neighborhood.
Very nice.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you so much.
I'll show up.
Thank you. He gave me direction, that's a good thing, but... That audition felt a little rough. I don't know. It'd be such a good part to get. But it's like, you get about a day, you know? You get about a day's notice with the material, and so you're going through it, and you're making choices as quickly as you can, and you just kind of, you know, if they're not right, they're not right. I don't know. And then you have to deal with that nervous energy when you go in there, and I don't know. He was good, though. He gave me some direction. I love that when they do that, so you get a chance to make an adjustment. It's just whether or not you're too nervous to, like, hear it or not, you know? Anyway, this is MCC Theater. It's a great place. Should I give you a little tour? Hey.
Okay, so now.
MCC Theater is an off-Broadway theater in Chelsea, and they do up to 3 or 4 shows a year. And I started out interning.
Sort them alphabetically for me.
Last name.
And get that one done, and then I'll have about 16 gazillion other things for you. Thanks, Laura.
You're welcome. It's sort of part of the agreement with Bob's class is that you come in and you volunteer for the theater, and then the class is free. It's great about it.
And the fact of the matter is, this is a great challenge for all of us, right?
Yes.
And you become aware of what you do, you know?
Bob Lapone started the class last April, and it's only about 10 of us who, like myself, have either an internship there or some relationship to MCC Theater. And he took us on and just started working the Meisner technique. We haven't really been working on scenes specifically. Normally, we're in the classroom just doing repetition. I'm not apologizing.
Yes, you are.
I'm not apologizing.
Okay, you're not apologizing.
I'm not apologizing.
Bullshit.
Bullshit.
Yeah, bullshit.
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 Look at the moon, Vinny. Isn't it beautiful?
What?
What? Look at it.
I'm looking at it.
When I was a kid, I used to think there were little houses on the moon with people in them, looking at the Earth, thinking the same thing.
That's funny. When I was a kid, I used to think the moon was made out of cheese.
See. Okay, now, tell me, professionals that you are, tell me what you learned from that little tidbit about yourselves as actors and about the material that you're working on.
I don't know where to look.
You know?
I was like floundering out here because I couldn't look at them.
Because what you thought while you were doing the material, right, and what we saw, diametrically opposed.
Now it feels like a network of about 25 people who are like myself going out on auditions. So then you just start talking, and you start talking about the auditions you hear about. you know, and you'd say, I think this might really be right for you. You should go in, meet this casting director. There's very lateral relationships that you build. As long as you're not too competitive with other people at your level, you know, you can really help each other out. That relationship with the theater has been everything for me, you know. That's how I've tapped into the industry as well as the craft of it. I found a headshot photographer one night when I was cocktail waitressing. I served him a drink, and he was interested in taking some pictures.
Put your head more this way a little bit. There you go. Lift your chin a little bit. Good.
And you never know. You know, when you're cocktail waitressing, you have to be a little bit careful. But I gave him my postcard, which I had, which is just an actor, another tool that you hand out.
Very good. Very good.
There's something that's said through the eyes. If the eyes are alive, it makes it interesting to look at. But I want to show you these headshots. So I took the contact sheet and I asked for advice from a bunch of different people who know what you need in a headshot.
When you come in, I think they want to see you. They would like you to be true, or your picture to be true to who you are when you come in the door. We've looked them over. This is the one that we like.
Okay.
We like it because we really believe that this is who you are. Good. It shows you off. It says this is Laura. It's
Good.
it's friendly. It's neutral. It doesn't suggest that you can only do just one thing or one kind of character.
The picture that I've chosen, it's a little bit too vampy, you know, but I like it because it's got some personality.
I have an appointment for you tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Part of what the agents do when they put you in touch with these casting directors is really just to go in and meet them. So it's good. It's a good chance to go in. They'll see me again. Plus, these casting guys, they'll probably cast a bunch of stuff this spring. So if I'm not right for this project, hopefully they'll like me enough to invite me in for something else, you know.
Hi.
Hi. Yeah, I'm going into the opposite sex audition. I've been really nervous in some auditions. I'm communicating a lot of nervous energy. I know that. One of the agents, she gave me a whole bunch of pointers, like don't wear black, don't wear white. Be enthusiastic when you give your slate. It's a whole other art form. A lot of people say it's not even acting at all. It's just giving a good first impression and really selling yourself.
Laura?
How are you? I'm all right. How are you?
Yeah, they called me. No, that's okay. I mean, you know.
It went all right. We read through it once, and then he gave me some notes. He wanted her to be a little bit more flirtatious, he said, and so we tried it again. I took the adjustment. You try to get direction, hear the direction, and then be able to do it right there. So I think I gave him back what he wanted, but it's hard to know, you know? Having friends who are in the industry is really important because they understand rejection. People who aren't in it don't understand that it's really hard. It's really hard to get a callback. It's really hard to get cast. You can intellectualize it, you can whatever, but there's a very emotional feeling of, man, am I gonna get work this year? Am I gonna start paying my rent with this? And that's kind of scary.
It's hard because it's one rejection and there's another rejection, and it gets difficult, you know, and you can't get down on yourself. You know, you have to say, hey, well, it wasn't right for them, or who knows.
How do I cope with rejection? I cry, I eat, I call my friends.
I curl up in a fetal position on my bed. 3 martinis. That helps.
I embrace the rejection because I learn from it each time what I can do better, how I can change this, what I won't do the next time, and get over it.
You got to figure out a way to let go of obsessing about rejection, because there is a lot of it. There's nothing to do about it.
All of us
still deal with it on a regular basis. You know, it does not matter. 3 Tonys means nothing. You're still going to get rejected time and time again, you know.
Every actor will always be too fat, too thin, too young, too old, too pretty, too plain. You know, I've been called all those things. You know, one week I lose a job because I'm too old, the next week I lose a job because I'm too young.
I'm just getting to the point now in my life where rejection is not taken personally, although every once in a while that one thing catches you where you have put so much of your heart into something and so much of a knowledge in your mind that it is the right thing for you. And when it doesn't happen, it can be really, really sad.
Once you get through the pain and not understanding it, I try to realize that it's because there's something better down the road.
You cry real hard and then realize it's just a play, and you're young and you have your health, and it's time to move on to the next one, because that's where you're going to learn, on the next one.
I had originally auditioned for Killer Joe when they were casting the production. When it came time for rehearsals to start and they needed understudies, my agent submitted my name and they took me. It's really like the next step along the way to becoming a professional actor. In our production, the understudies are also the stage crew. It's sort of a glass is half empty or half full situation. You can look at it like, I have this great theater job and this is so exciting. Or you can think, so close but so far away.
You've never even been on a real tape. It ain't
It's excruciating to sit backstage.
Fat kid who didn't even know it.
What's back here?
Give me the keys. I gotta go to work.
It's so frustrating because you may never go on.
You should go out more often.
Even though I have this job, I just went on a dance call for a print ad.
Keep your body in a profile, but look at us and smile.
Because you never want to stop looking for future opportunities.
From there, you can roll out.
You're great.
Thanks, man. So we work at night and we go on auditions during the day.
Hey, Mary, this is Richard at the theater. Look, Brucey can't go on tonight, so you're going to have to go on. So as soon as you can, give me a call and come on down to the theater, okay? See you.
I'm going on.
Was that your boyfriend on the phone? What do you mean? Wasn't that your boyfriend? I'm married, silly. Is he cute? Stop talking like that. I hope he's cute. You should have a cute boyfriend. Listen, I had a boyfriend once in the 3rd grade. His name was Marshall, and he was fat, but he loved me. You skipped. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, start again.
Oh, yeah.
I experienced a panic attack like I have never had in my life.
Was that your boyfriend on the phone? What do you mean? Wasn't that your boyfriend? What? I'm married, silly. I won't tell Daddy. I don't know what you're talking about. That was my friend Jenny from high school. Is he cute? Stop talking like that. I hope he's cute. You should have a cute boyfriend. Listen, I had a boyfriend once in the 3rd grade, but I never told nobody. His name was Marshall, and he was fat, but he loved me. You should go out more often.
Then it was over, and I'm just like, wow, this is it. This is what I just did it. It was unbelievable. And then the show's over, and you're doing the laundry. once you actually do go on and get that great opportunity and have a good experience, it really makes you hungrier than you were before to do the role, to actually get a role that's your own and not somebody else's that you're just filling in for.
I think we all just want good roles and to be, be able to be appreciated for that, for the work, and to work with good people, and to work on good material, and to be able to survive.
Whenever you get to a new space, a new high in your career, you will always, I find, look to the next rung on the ladder.
There's always this sort of nagging dissatisfaction. There's never really any satisfaction, deep satisfaction, if you're really an artist, because you're always striving for, that was okay, that was good, that was even pretty good, but I know it could be better, or it could be more.
You're never really content. It's just one of those things. As you get older, you just sort of accept it. It's just kind of the strange, annoying yearning that's constantly inside you about either it's wanting to make the play you're doing at the present time better, or either it's you want to be doing, something, some kind of better material, or there's always this kind of, and then also just the general pressures of just trying to get a job,
Your big thing is I've got to get my SAG card. If I could just get my SAG card, then I could get an agent. So you get your SAG card somehow, you get it. Now, if I could just get that, they get the agent. Now, if I could just get one line and one life to live, that will make my life. And so you get one line and one life to live. Now, if I could just get a whole scene and all my children, my life, and then you get the one scene and all my children, and then gradually it keeps going like that. If I could just be the lead in a B-grade movie, and then you're the lead in a B-grade movie, and then all of a sudden it's like, how do I get Scorsese to direct my movie? It goes all, no matter what level you're at, you have problems. But somebody once said this to me, yes, but as you go up the ladder, you just have classier sets of problems.
What is thy name?
I'll be afraid to hear it.
No, though thou callst thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The devil himself could not pronounce a title more hateful to mine ear.
I just came to New York last May, and I just got my first theater gig with Theater for New Audience's production of Macbeth. This process that I'm in now with Macbeth is a learning process, and I hope that my work as an actor always does include a process of learning.
Yes, but as we had the fight now, we were kind of playing with the idea of, my coming in, Hotspur-like in a sense, going, "Rah!" and then finding out that he's Macbeth and freaking out, kind of. What I'm trying to find is how to make the little character's presence known. I'm playing two roles. One of them is Franz, who is Banquo's son, and the other is young Seward, who comes out at the end. What is thy name?
Don't be afraid here.
No, though thou callst thyself a hotter name than any is in hell.
My name's Macbeth.
The only scene that I really have where I even talk is the scene where I face off with Macbeth. Are we doing this? Okay. You always wish that you had more to do. But you also start somewhere. I'm on my way to the Actors Equity Association, which is the union for stage actors. I need to fill out an membership application form. Since this production of Macbeth is an equity show, I have joined the union, front and back. And that's a great thing. It's important to be kind of backed by the big guys. I'm official as soon as my dues get paid. I wasn't really hot about the idea of moving to New York because of the whole